Hey fellas, welcome back again. So, I have a question this time. Should a vehicle be played strictly according to its class? I would say no. There are a lot of vehicles, and I'm going to make a case for this T-28 prototype being one of them, that buck the trends of their class at large. In the case of the T-28, while it does have a very powerful gun, and it does have a reasonably thick front armor, it lacks the accuracy to be a true sniping tank destroyer. And with its turret, even if it doesn't have 360 degrees of traverse, it does have a lot more versatility, flexibility than a normal tank destroyer. And its reload is not bad either. So the T-28, at least in my admittedly fairly limited experience, plays much more confidently as a brawling pseudo-heavy tank. And once I notice how the east flank is folding, I am going to go back, take up a defensive position near our cap circle, and put that theory to the test. Now, one of the T-28's main weaknesses, one that heavy tanks usually have, but to a somewhat lesser degree than the unusually glacial T-28, is it takes them a while to respond to anything. They are heavy tanks. They're fat, they're slow. So, if you're going to react to changing conditions, you have to do it quickly. And here, I decide I'm going to stop for a moment, try and get a shot, and ruin this guy's day. LTTB, fantastic vehicle. If you see one on the enemy team, make it possibly not a top priority target, but if it's in a tier 8 game like this and is effectively top tier, do everything you can to shut them down quickly. They are devious little hellions and will ruin you if you let them. Now, this corner is going to be my home for the rest of the game. I'm protected from tank destroyer off my left and have, not great, but decent party cover. I have a nice ridge to work, even if the T-28 prototype only has 6 degrees of gun depression. That's better than nothing. And it lets me present a small and reasonably well-armored target against all enemies to my front. Like that. But then there's this guy. This CDC turns out to be my nemesis most of this game. Now here, again, you have to respond to changing circumstances. The second he got there, I could not play the ridge anymore. Doing that would mean turning my back to him, and a vehicle like a CDC that's very fast and very adaptable will take advantage of any opening. Already takes a crack at me there, does a little damage, knocks my track off. CDC sees his opening, comes out and takes the shot. I decide if I'm going to deal with this guy, it's going to have to be now. Put another shot into him, doesn't quite kill him. Borsig comes in and saves me. Thank you, Borsig. With him dealt with, I go back to manning the ridge. Oh, and by the way, that E-25 that I put a shot into, the one that kept me from going around the far side of the rock after the CDC, is going to show up again in a minute. But pop the ridge, see the Panther, kill the Panther. Always move a gun from the enemy team if you have the option. Very rarely will not taking an easy kill be better than just taking them out when you have the chance. This ARL, by the way, for some reason, with the paper tank Borsig right next to me, decides to try and focus me down instead. I would say it was because I was a one-shot, but Borzig was as well. And here you see me out-tanking the FCM50T. Admittedly, it is more a fat medium in the vein of the IS-100 than a, I suppose, true heavy. But this goes to show what you can get away with in the D-28. Just can't get my turret in front. And I can quite easily get hits. And now, I and the rest of the friendlies left on my team push on the last remaining enemy, this ARL-44 damaged gun. But, lucky for me, Uncle Sam is on my side. Spot, target, fire. Is there red, white, and blue? God bless America. Reload. Blow that freedom at him.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
God, it feels good. So, that game went pretty well. High caliber, steel wall. Did a lot of damage, blocked a lot of damage, and generally played the heavy tank game as if I were a heavy, and I think fairly convincingly. But, for now, have fun doing what you're doing, and I'll see you next time.